When I wrote and told Susan, a Canadian friend, that I was planning to cycle across Canada, she replied, "Do you realise how big it is?" At that point, I was still in Thailand, and I'd managed to cycle perhaps 60 kilometres in a day on a borrowed sort of a mountain bike with one of my Canadian roomies. He said to me, "You won't know yourself once you have a decent bike." 7 weeks before the Tour de Canada started, I returned to New Zealand via Australia to catch up with friends and family and began training for the 66-day, 7,500 kilometre ride. I borrowed various bikes and struggled to cycle as far as 14 kilometres on one. How was I going to manage days averaging 130 kilometres and the longest ones of 186? I started to wonder if I should wait till next year. But what would I do instead? No, now is the time to do it. I could do it. Some people said, "Why this? Seems like a good way to see some of the country. An adventure, a way to where to go." Others said, "What will you do after that?" Brief panic. Who knows, but it'll come to me. My brother said, "You might not come back." I managed to get up to 90 kilometres a day before leaving for Vancouver, where I bought my bike. I knew I wasn't fit enough, but I would be by the time I got to St. John's, Newfoundland. I knew I would either never cycle again, or, as it turned out, it would become part of me forever.